that, huh?
I can yes and amen that. You need to. I'm shocked that I had never heard of this guy. I watched that video the first time and I ugly cried.
What do you think about that, huh?
I mean, it's got my wheels turning and
What do you think about that, huh?
that's the Jesus that Mormons believe in. Dallas Jenkins. Is that the Jesus that you presented in this TV series?
What do you think about that, huh?
Phenomenal album, Irons in the Fire, Zeta Blacksmith.
What do you think about that, huh?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unsolicited, episode 61. I'm your host, Norm, the Master's Dog Dunham, aka the Evangelical Norm. So Unsolicited is just that. It is my unsolicited opinion on all kinds of things of arts and entertainment as they intersect with a Christian worldview. Movies, books, TV shows. On the rare occasion that I actually sit down and read a book, I listen to a lot of books. I don't read. Don't have a lot of time to read. And so listening, you just don't catch as much as you do sitting down and reading a book. Not enough, I feel, to give an adequate review of books. So I listened to Fault Lines. I liked Fault Lines by Bodie Balcom. I didn't, again, listening to it, there's not enough recall there to give an appropriate response to that. So a lot of other people did. You can go get that from those places. I have done reviews of The Chosen. I've done reviews of different Christian movies, stuff like that. So as lore continues to build up a repertoire of shows and things that they're going to do, I will get into and do a lot more reviews of those. So the most of what I'm doing and what I've always done is Christian hip hop, because that's my wheelhouse. That's where I live. That's what I love. That's what I do. And so I do a lot of reviews of Christian hip hop albums, and we are going to be doing that today. Again, sometimes it is solicited. Guys will send me stuff and say, hey, will you do a review of this? Will you respond to this? And here's my disclaimer. If I am asked to do a review of an album, I am going to give my honest opinion. If I don't like it, I'm going to let you know. If I just pick up the album and I don't like it, I'm going to ignore it. I'm not dragging people through the mud just to drag people through the mud. And if you ask me to do a review of your album, I'm not going to drag you through the mud. I'll do my best to give constructive criticism. But again, I'm not going to just tear you down unless you send me something that's just blasphemous, heretical, or something like that. And so today, I'm going to review an album that has been around for a long time, and the reason that I'm going to go ahead and do this review, even though this album has been out for months, is I don't want my man to think I didn't like his album. Because I always say, if I don't like your album, I'm not going to review it. So even if your album is like 4 months old, D Black, I'm going to give a review of the album because I liked it. And I didn't want you to think I didn't. Not that you're sitting around wondering what I think. But, so, I want to say this album came out in March. So yeah, we're like 3-4 months down the road from the time this album was released. But things happen, got caught up in all kinds of other stuff. And so I have been playing catch up, and finally, this is the last album on my list of albums that I wanted to catch up on. So this is D Black's album, released back in March, the Blood Vol.1. Excuse me, just a little EP 7 tracks, really good. Just kind of breaking down through the things. My favorite song on here is probably Made Me. Just Like You is phenomenal. Again, Praise and Honor. I mean, these are worship songs. The Praise and Honor, Just Like You. And then the rest of these are just, they're good. Theology, they're good. Just really entertaining songs. Made Me. It took me a while because, again, like I say, I'm a beat guy. And so I will get caught up in the beat and listen to that and not catch the words or not hear the words. You ever know when you, excuse me, you get that little misheard lyric and you can't get it out of your head? In Made Me, the first few times I listened to it, and I had to go back and go, what is he saying? There's a portion in there where he said, he goes through, and it sounds initially like he says, if God hadn't awakened me, I wouldn't, something to the effect. I'm going to play the lyric video here in a minute, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it was, my greatest hope was myself, is what I thought he said the first few times. And it took me probably 20 times of listening to the song to go, I can't imagine that that's what he's saying. And then I'm going, okay, is this like a kind of a transition into where he thought his greatest hope was himself and then realizing that his greatest hope is Christ? But all through this song, there are little things where he's talking about what Christ has done and so on. So obviously he's not saying my greatest hope is myself. What he's saying is my greatest foe is myself. Okay. Now we're in the realm of this is what I expect from D Black, right? Where theology is concerned, I've never heard anything on any of his albums where I went, not really sure. I want to say there's been a couple of times where I went, feels a little Pentecostal, but I ain't mad at that. I mean, I am as reformed as they come, but I recognize that we have Pentecostal brothers and sisters who have really good, solid theology, and I ain't mad at any of that. Now, if you're going to get into Benny Hinn style, Creflo Dollar style, Joyce Meyer, all those people Pentecostal, now we got to have a conversation. But again, D's music does not cross any lines into blasphemous, heretical, even bad theology, I would say. Very good stuff, and fantastic lyricist. Made Me, and I'm gonna jump in here and play the lyric video that again came out. I want to say it came out probably in the video probably came out, March, April time frame, somewhere in there. Maybe as late as May, but I think it was out before that. And you can just kind of see the lyrics and the lyricism that goes into the music. And then the beats are good. The beats are good. This is an album where, one of those albums that you get where you're not skipping any songs, where you're not listening and go, well, I don't like that song, so I'm going to skip it. This is, I mean, consistently good songs where it's like you want to listen to every single one all the way down. So, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to play the lyric video. This is Made Me by D Black off of the Blood Vol.1.
This one for my day ones who left me hanging on day 2. Still I can't complain, the same thing happened to Jesus. They shoot, take shots, love covered, I'm hate proof. Breaks loose, can't stop, break loose, chains pop. Get saved, change pops, new walk, remain hot. Lukewarm, remain not. If you flip-flop, doing dirt, you get stained socks. Walk covered, God is above it. Whenever rain drops, picture that frame crop. For that fame, not chasing the spot, but you can spotlight. That's what I'm running for. Guess I'm chasing the spot, right? Stoplight, that's a no-go. You can see what God is doing, yeah, that's a GoPro. Faith in action, no favor lacking. When rapping, I'm matching the Savior's passion, relaying. Talking the same as the caption, see what I'm saying? Do it like it's for TV, when nobody watch. That's even after the lights, curtains close, and beats stop. If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't have ever had the strength to make it out of my hell. If God hadn't awakened me, I wouldn't have ever seen that my greatest hope was myself. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't be me. This one for my day ones that left me hanging on day two. Still I can't complain, cause that pain brought me my breakthrough. Shielding me from the hateful, God told me to make do with the script that he gave and died to give me a take two. Acting like I ain't wanna play my part in his story. My pain for his glory, my life is his glory. Cause it tells you he's the father and author. When all the scoffers would offer a bunch of labels, he told me that I was able. Set a plate on a table with the seat for them to watch me eat. Discord song to watch me read blessings. Teach him like a professor, professing and preach lessons, confessing this message. Lecturing lectures in 3 sections, Adam's fall. Jesus died for us all, and resurrection we're called. With imperfection so flawed, and in depression we're drawn to insurrection with walls. Built with complexion get stalled by intersections withdrawn in his direction, no rejection.
Through your identification with Jesus Christ, he can destroy the death that's killing you and suck up the life that he wants you to have, which is why Paul said, I can be crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live, yet not I. It's Christ who lives in me, the life which I now live. I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So don't be embarrassed by the devil.
If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't have ever had the strength to make it out of my hell. If God hadn't awakened me, I wouldn't have ever seen that my greatest hope was myself. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't be me.
See life on the beat, boy.
All right, so there you go. That's Made Me by D Black off of the Blood Vol.1. Looking forward to the Blood Vol.2. Always love, again, I wish there was more. D drops some stuff every so often. He's got some really good albums that are out there. You can pick them up on Bandcamp. You can go get them on Amazon Music. That's where I picked this one up because I don't think I could find it on Bandcamp when I was looking. Maybe I did. I don't remember if I got this on Amazon or if I got it on Bandcamp. But I always recommend Bandcamp if you can go buy the album, buy it on Bandcamp. I like Bandcamp because you can leave a tip. We do it at restaurants. When you go to a restaurant and you buy a breakfast or a meal or whatever, and you get really good service or you get really good food, you leave a tip. And the better it is, the better the tip. Getting on my soapbox, go buy this album. Don't just stream it. Guys and ladies who are making CHH, they don't make barely anything. Pennies on the dollar, less than pennies on the dollar, through streaming services. But if you go buy them, you can, they make a little bit more, they bring in more to be able to make more. Again, making good music costs money. It's a necessary evil, I guess. Not really, but it's not the love of money, right? They need the money to make the music to glorify God, to continue to do so. And so if we want to continue to see that, we need to continue to go out and buy the albums. And if you get them on Bandcamp, they may be asking $9. Give 13. Give 14. Give the price of an average breakfast of what you would spend if you went out to breakfast on a Saturday morning, right? And throw that out there and help these brothers and sisters who are making God-glorifying Christian hip-hop to continue to make God-glorifying Christian hip-hop, right? So, again, don't burn these. That's a whole other conversation. If you're taking and you're burning CDs, who makes CDs anymore, right? If you're somehow getting this stuff for free, repent and make restitution to the guys who are making this music, and go out and spend a few bucks and buy the albums to support these brothers who are making really good God-glorifying Christian hip-hop. So there, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Go pick it up. It's been out for a while. If you don't have it already, why don't you like Nice Things? This is a great album. You won't be disappointed. You'll love it. I promise. And if not, then you can tell me I'm wrong. Right? So you will. I'm fully confident that you will love this album and you will enjoy it. If you haven't already got it, go get it. Pick it up wherever you pick up your music, and leave a little extra. Go follow him. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Facebook. Give him some props for the album and so on. He's got another, I see another single that's been released since then. I want to say sometime in June. Called Too Real, which I will probably throw on a singles episode that I'm going to be doing the beginning of the week, either Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a few singles. I've got one from Chris Jones, one from the guys over at Reformed Raza sent me that I can't remember the name of the artist right now. And I'm probably going to have to get someone to help me pronounce his name, because I'll pronounce it like a white boy, and I really want to pronounce it like Raza, right? And instead of like a white boy. And then I'll probably throw in this Too Real single from D Black, and we'll get another singles episode going. And between now and then, you will get another review. I've got another album coming up that just came out last week. Wow. Amazing to think that I could get a review of an album that was done just a week ago, right? Finally caught up on all the stuff that I want to do. So keep your eyes out for those. Keep your eyes out for an upcoming episode of False Teacher of the Week, which I'm sure will be entertaining. And some news going on in the Stupid Things Jory Micah Says podcast as well. Live episode coming up probably within the next hour or so. We'll get a episode of Stupid Things Jory Micah Says, and I will fill you in on what the future of that podcast is. So thanks for listening, guys. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. That makes Mr. Algorithm know I didn't steal it from Space Jam. I've been saying that for a really long time. Makes that dude go out and send this video out to other people who might like it, so subscriptions can go up and likes can go up and views can go up, and D Black can get a little bit more exposure on this album that's been out for way too long for me to be reviewing it now. So I'm sorry. I will try to stay up on these things later. And as always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. And until next time, Soli Deo Gloria.